This seems actually pretty chill, you know, you got the sandwich shop in the back, you're just chilling by the water. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Real Night. Today we're diving back into Dexter Season 6, Episode number 4. Last time we had plenty that happened. Dexter made another kill, Tooth Fairy kind of contemplating his life as he gets older. We also had some developments with Deb kind of tackling the new job, her mental state going into this escalation with the snakes killings, as the department is calling it. But what I'm thinking is sort of like an end of the world scenario with Travis and the other guy. If we're following the Book of Revelations angle, I think that these guys are two prophets, or at least they believe themselves to be, kind of sent by God to prophesy and like bring the end of the world about. At the end of the last episode, we got to look at the four horsemen, or their versions of them. I'm sure we're going to be tackling that this time around when the department gets word of that. So looking forward to it. Let's roll it.
Do you undertake to keep God's commandments and the faith of his Son, our Lord?
I do.
But yeah, by the title, I'm sure we're going to be tackling the horsemen.
You'd think science would have made religion obsolete, but it hasn't. If only I believed it were that simple.
I wonder if at the end of this, Dexter's going to get baptized. I can see that happening.
It's my son, Harrison. Can you say hi?
He's like, nah.
It's about surrender to something greater than yourself. You think you make the sun come up in the morning? You think you can make the tide come in?
No, but that's the Earth rotating on its axis, the pull of the moon.
So, you do believe in something greater than yourself?
Yeah. Dexter debating theology. Yeah, like that is a common argument, I think, when arguing religion, is like, have you ever been to China? You know, how do you know China exists if you haven't been there, you know? If you just believe in stuff that you can see and feel, like, how can you even believe in science? Because a lot of people who believe in science aren't scientists themselves, they're just believing what they've been told.
Jesus Christ.
With the logical path of reasoning being presented to them. Is that a chestnut horse for the red? In that picture that I had at the end in the closing thoughts, it looked like the guy with the head was in kind of the same pose as the red horse. So the horse of war.
I've been counting the body parts and typing the blood, and it's all B positive, so I think we're looking at one victim here.
Jesus. Somebody went to a lot of trouble.
Spread his...
He's trying to tell us something.
Yeah, I'm a crazy piece of shit.
Oh, the new guy.
He's saying it's the end of the world. Something like that. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. White, red, pale, and black. Doesn't take a genius to figure it out.
Yeah, it doesn't take a genius.
The killer's showing us a scene from the Book of Revelation.
A killer with faith?
Damn, it's hot out here.
Yeah, it's Miami. Genius.
What about snake? 7 snakes. Any mention of them in the Book of Revelation?
7-headed beast.
Doesn't take a genius to figure it out.
Whoever did this seems to be a member of my tribe, but this is a horse of a different color. What is this?
Yeah. I mean, religious killings are almost as old as religion. Sacrifices and stuff like that.
Same signature, same kill wound.
Same killer.
What do we have here?
Gouge the eyes.
1242.
So that's the amount of time.
Another one?
The prophets. When I was doing that research for the closing thoughts last time, the number 42.
Wanna bet he left one of the snake's victim too?
But I think that was 1,260 days.
It's Jamie. Hey, everything okay?
Oh, Harrison isn't feeling so great.
If he gets any worse...
I'll call you, I promise.
I called the conference for this afternoon, and I'm working on the statement.
Well, Morgan's gonna make the statement.
But she doesn't have any experience. I've led hundreds of...
How is she going to get experience?
Why the fuck would I lead a press conference? Isn't that your thing?
You're the lieutenant. Deb has just not thought about this job, has she?
Dealing with the press is your responsibility as lieutenant. And while you're at it, you still haven't finished your fit-for-duty therapy. You're a liability until you get cleared.
Obviously.
You'll be fine.
Oh, Girl Scout cookies.
Obviously.
Those Thin Mints.
You just might want to dress a little more like you're going to hoedown.
What's up with this guy?
Thought we could have our second date.
Sure. I have roller derby practice until 9, but we can...
So she's just using him, huh?
Why don't we have our second date right now?
What are you thinking?
In the evidence room?
Even better.
I just wonder what she wants with all this stuff. Like, the fact that she stole that last time just tells me that, oh, this is probably nothing, you know? As far as her and Masuka go.
There's a lot of brutal imagery here. And a killer had a lot to choose from.
I just got that new report from the Four Horsemen, Vic. I guess what it says.
Must be pretty important for you to bust in here like this.
He's a little bit of
Yo, this dude needs to chill.
Our killer could have used a ancient artifact.
Mike, you were saying?
So far, our killer has given us 3 tableaus.
Tableaus.
It's a theatrical term referring to a picturesque grouping of people or objects.
All this time, I just thought they were called crime scenes.
No, it's more than just a crime scene. Everything he's showing us has meaning.
What about the numbers we found on the body? 1237 and 1242.
Don't know. But I can get in touch with a revelation expert who might be able to tell us more.
A revelation expert. I didn't know that was a thing.
The numbers are days. He's counting up to something.
To what?
Maybe it's to the end of the world.
Okay, so we're looking for a religious nutbag.
So Mike's dynamic with the group, and just the group dynamic in general, is so off now. It doesn't feel like they're on the same team, you know?
Look around us. People are afraid.
What?
I got it. She's pretty. But we really have to stay focused.
I think she likes me.
Hey, Trav.
Trav.
Do you want to tell me how I'm supposed to catch Doomsday if I'm spending all my time writing press statements?
I mean, you're supposed to leave it to the detectives. That's their job. Our job is just to manage them.
You really take care of these guys.
Yeah, well, you know, God's taking care of all of us.
I guess this is Dexter's revelation expert.
We're tracking this killer. We think he's reenacting scenes from the Book of Revelation. You think he's using God as an excuse to kill?
People use God as an excuse for a lot of things.
Yeah. The Crusades.
You gotta believe in something. Right? I mean, haven't you ever had a problem so big that you just couldn't have?
Yeah, it's hairy for Dexter. The code. It's his religion.
My dad.
You're lucky, you're blessed. It's a blessing.
Ugh. Goddamn pantyhose.
For the press conference and stuff, okay, like she can wear this, but like if she's just around the office, who really cares? Except for Mike, apparently.
Lose the speech. Just relax. Have a conversation. You're not a formal person, so a formal statement could come off as insincere.
Be myself.
Exactly.
Maybe a little dangerous.
Nice. See you later.
Such aggressive, brutal cuts.
But that doesn't make any sense. The complexity of the stitching in the belly of that fruit vendor, the attention to detail, attaching.
I wonder if Travis is the one that does the killing and then the other guy sets it up.
And so carelessly hack and slash.
Unless it's not the same killer.
You think one person cut up the body and another composed the crime scene?
Maybe we're not looking for one doomsday killer.
I need to stop saying stuff before they say it. It is just the logical progression of things.
I'm a collector, and there's a prosthetic hand for auction on buythistreasure.com. Says.
Okay, trying to make money.
Is that real?
What? No. Oh, hang on a sec.
Straight up right onto the internet. So she doesn't even collect it. She just wants to make some money, huh? Pay those college tuition fees.
You said it was just going to sit there.
The chain of custody is sacred.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
I needed the money,
Are
so
you
I thought...
crazy? I could lose my job over this. Get out. I'm done.
I feel sorry for Masuka. I'm glad that he, stood his ground there.
I don't care about press conferences or public opinion. All I care about is catching the fucker that did this.
Hey.
Is it me or does our captain look happy our lieutenant just shit the bed?
It's not you.
Look, people like relatability, so, it might actually work out in their favor.
I'll be right there.
Son's temperature is 104. We need to get him into surgery ASAP. His appendix is ruptured.
What happens now?
Wow. We'll do our best to make sure he's okay.
How did Deb get there before Dexter?
Gonna be okay, right?
We'll do everything we can.
Hey, buddy, Daddy's gonna wait right here.
I wonder what they had to do to make that baby cry like that.
Just finish up your frita so we can head back to the station.
You'll already be on the way if you let me eat in the car.
No way. You're not getting grease on Norma.
Norma?
What? It was my mother's name.
Rosebud.
Is this yours?
Is that weed?
No. It belonged to the kid that sold me the car.
It's not like we're gonna hear back from dispatch today anyway. Grandpa, don't you want to be cool?
This seems actually pretty chill. You know, you got the sandwich shop in the back. Just got the joint right there, just chilling by the water. Doesn't seem like a bad day.
Dude, quit staring at me. You're freaking me out. Get your big fucking sausage hands off me. It's terrible.
Sausage hands. Call back to sausage fingers.
Fat little sausage fingers all over me.
Got it. Thanks.
It's like they got a call for dispatch.
Dispatch.
Once the appendix bursts, the complication rate rises to 59%.
Maybe you should get off the internet.
Yeah, it can make any small thing seem major. This is a major thing, but like, no use torturing yourself like that.
Dexter,
Sam, what are you doing here?
I figured if I had a son.
Sam really is going to be a good friend to him.
Are you guys like friends now?
Yeah, well, I have the auto shop and he.
Yep.
It's complicated.
People used to talk to me about God, man. He used to make me want to punch him in their face. I used to believe in something else. When I was growing up, my dad was a real popular guy.
Oh, did he like learn some of those behaviors from his dad?
They used to call him Mister.
Kind of the opposite of Harry, maybe.
He was always working, but I never really knew what he did.
I bet you it's that.
They're going up there and ring the doorbell for me. So I do it. My dad is standing right there behind me with a pistol in his hand. And he takes his pistol, he points it at this man, and he shoots him in the face. Killed him.
No wonder he ended up the way that he did, mentally. That was his container.
And he says, he did a good job.
He used you.
No surprise I ended up in prison.
That's a true psychopath, you know, true serial killer right there. Somebody that's just willing to put their own child in jeopardy like that and put them through that kind of mental stress. And Dexter already has a thing against killing kids or using kids in any violent manner, but this is just like another level. Just straight up capping somebody in front of your son is crazy.
This new guy comes in, so I'm just looking at him. I'm thinking to myself, okay, when I get a chance, I'm gonna tune this motherfucker up. And I'm following him. And he goes into the chapel. I sneak up on him.
It's a side note, but it's so interesting, like watching Michael C. Hall in this scene. You kind of see those subtle facial expressions that he does usually when he's doing monologues, but to see him doing without it is so strange. It just makes me wonder, like, what's going on in his head right now.
And I start choking him out.
Oh, in the chapel.
I'm trying to kill him. And then I see this light. I didn't want to do it no more.
And you think that was God?
You can call it what you will. It was a revelation for him.
That never felt that good about nothing in my life.
Very vulnerable and always looking to help. I can see why you guys like Brother Sam.
Come on.
I've honestly never seen an Nescafe vending machine before.
I don't know how this works, but if there's something I need to do in return.
Is he about to pray?
Okay.
That was his light through the window. Wonder who that statue's of in the back. Peter, maybe?
If you like, I could cancel.
You can do whatever you want, as long as you're willing to accept the consequences God gives you.
Or he gives him.
It's just dinner.
He's kind of treating him like a father. I did mention they have like a mentor-mentee relationship. Seems like he's looking for his approval for a lot of this stuff. And it seems like he said that he chose him. So Travis is just kind of like...
Car wreck.
I am so sorry. Let's
pulled along for the ride, it seems like.
You guys are really lucky that you had each other. I want you, Travis.
Just dinner. Yeah, I don't think his mentor is going to like that very much. That's a nightmare. Bro looks like he's trying to get a better angle. Dang. That's crazy. But yeah, I bet she's gonna have to kill that lady. Or she's gonna end up dead and Travis gonna be like, what happened? That's the consequence.
Kid's a champ. Made it through with flying colors.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
So I'm glad little man is all right.
Me too.
I know. Thank God.
That's just an expression.
Slip of the tongue.
You may say I can't prove that God exists, but
yeah,
you can't
it's
prove he
also
doesn't.
a piece of stability, you know. It's like religion. It tends to be something that doesn't necessarily shift and change. There's usually like a set few laws and stuff like that that you follow in that religion, and they don't change. But science, by its very nature, it's always questioning and changing.
Everybody loves my new spark plug of a lieutenant. Keep up the good fucking work.
Nice little touch with her not liking the heels.
Drives a Firebird. You park like a dick.
They're high. Surprised they don't smell like anything.
With all due respect, Lieutenant, you should probably watch the language.
Well, for your information, Matthew said people liked it.
Yeah, Mike just seems stiff. It's kind of like me.
Revelation expert James Geller.
The professor found this on a Google search for Revelation expert.
It's all about end times.
Theology professor.
He got accused of stealing an ancient sword. This isn't just any Roman sword. According to...
Oh, it is a Roman sword.
This one belongs to John.
Wow, I'm surprised I got that. I played a lot of like Total War and stuff like that coming up.
Looks like we just found our #1 person of interest.
I thought we were about to get a horse head in the bed moment.
You knew this was gonna happen.
No. Please, let her go. I like her.
You should have thought about that before you defiled her. She's part of God's plan now.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
Shouldn't Travis get punished as well? He had more knowledge about what he was doing than she did. And the risks.
Botanical gardens found an alpha and an omega outside the greenhouse.
You think it's doomsday?
Could be, and we might have a...
Doomsday.
There's blood.
I'll be there. Call me the minute he wakes up.
Jamie's a great nanny too. Dexter just has the luck of the draw when it comes to nannies.
I was drawn to science out of curiosity. Any questions I had, the answers were already there. But even science is never certain. Even the soundest of theories is subject to new data.
Exactly what I was talking about earlier. Oh, was that the painting that he was doing? Oh, she's still alive. For now?
No! No!
It's official. He's a serial killer.
Oh, locusts. CGI, but swarm of locusts. Very biblical.
Locusts.
Locusts were definitely a major disaster back in the day too. They would just like devastate crops and stuff. What is he doing here?
Not looking at Debra's middle-aged professor. Is this doomsday number 2?
Just here to see what happens, or is he getting cold feet?
It's the look of a man with true faith. I've seen it before on Brother Sam. Whatever this guy believes, he knows it to be true.
I just want to know why he's here. Did he just get finished dumping the body or what? That ended abruptly. I'm not sure how I feel about Mike as a character coming in. He seems very kind of by the book, but not even in a good way. Not Deb's way. Deb is by the book, but she's in a way that's, you know, it's somewhat informal, but she wants to do the right thing. Mike is like, by the book, you need to dress this way, you need to act this way, you know, you can't curse, which is, it's just kind of annoying. Thinking back to season 1, somewhat season 2, everybody was just kind of like friends solving cases, you know, kind of everybody working together as a team. It felt very close-knit. Now everything kind of seems very spread out, very divided. And I guess that's an interesting angle to pull from. It's different. It's not the same. Mike didn't just integrate with the team as quickly as Quinn did. Yeah, Brother Sam offering those words of wisdom. That was a beautiful moment between them. And yeah, he's been through a lot, it seems like, but he's come out the other side, and I'm sure Dexter can feel that. So I definitely think that here I go with another prediction, but I think at least at some point in this season, Dexter might get baptized, might actually start believing in some kind of religion, you know, at least for Harrison. Because he was thinking about that in episode 1 of like, you know, what if Harrison wants to believe in this stuff? So I just wonder why Travis is there. I hope we find that out next time around, but I think those little notes are counting up to 1,260 days, which is the amount of time the prophets were given. I just wonder what they have planned for the culmination and if they may even be trying to get caught in that amount of time. It states in Revelations 11:7, "Now when they were finished their testimony, the beast that comes up from the abyss will attack them and overpower and kill them." So my theory is that Dexter locking onto Travis in this episode will allow for a faster escalation towards him taking them out. I'm assuming that they are going to place Dexter in the role of the beast that rises from the abyss. Whether they do it at the end of the season or somewhere in the middle is still up in the air, but I think they are doing all of this with the acceptance that they're going to die, but with the expectation based on their faith that they'll eventually be resurrected. There are a few ways that they could pull this off, but that's enough theorizing for one video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.